on March 17th. The cases now stand at 35, with the latest cases all connected to a cohort of people who had travelled to Pakistan. Health Minister Chilufya says officers are still on the lookout to trace the contact of the people who have been in contact with the latest victims.
4 of the cases out of these 6 directly linked. A couple who are family friends to members of the said cohort are also part of this group. A domestic worker is also part of this group. A congregant who met with the affected cohort at a religious gathering is also part of this group. The 5th case also involves an individual who traveled from India via Dubai and shared the same flight with the cohort that came on EK 713 Emirates flights on 18th March 2020. The cohort that traveled from Pakistan.
And when asked whether the country has enough bed space to treat patients affected should the virus escalate, Dr. Chilufya says government has enough facilities.
Countrywide, there are facilities that we have identified for isolation. Now, this epidemic will start, this epidemic may swell and involve more numbers. This is the reason why we are ready to ensure we are ready with bed space. We are ready with human capital. This is the reason why we've even started recruiting additional manpower to ensure we reinforce our response and also enhance our readiness. In other words, our scalable response plan will speak to the epidemic as it evolves.
The impact of COVID-19 worry many employees who fear losing their jobs, and the Zambia Congress of Trade Unions Secretary General Cosmas Mukuka wants government to put up modalities that will safeguard the interest of workers.
In this situation, there are guidelines, there are legal guidelines. If you go into the labor code, particularly section 48, will guide on how you can send employees on leave. Do you really just throw them? What's the procedure? Those are the procedures which we are supposed to